Hey there, it's Corey the Yard Buddha, and today I'm going to be transplanting this weeping Japanese lace leaf maple out of my yard into a neighbor's yard. It is the beginning of spring right now, and I like to transplant my trees in the springtime. You can really do them when they're dormant, either in the kind of late fall or late winter, early spring. I like to do it now because I like to actually cut the roots back in the fall and just let them start to get used to having a smaller root ball, and then when you transplant it in the spring, it's kind of ready to go. But you want to do this when they're dormant, when the sap is not flowing. It will minimize transplant shock because you're cutting the roots when the sap isn't flowing. It's not trying to support any vegetation up top, so it is going to be ready to go here in the spring when everything starts warming up and the leaves start budding. So right now I am going to just measure this root ball size, and then I'm going to go over to the other property and actually dig the hole first, because I just want to minimize the amount of time that the roots are exposed. All right, the tree has been dug out, got most of the root ball intact. Didn't have to cut off too many roots. A little bit heavier than I thought it would be. I do like transporting my trees if they're heavy. Just put it on a tarp, kind of use it as a sled and slide it around. So I'm just gonna load it in the back of my trailer here and go on over to the other place. All right, I already had the hole dug, so I just plopped it down in there, leveled it out a bit. It's now in its new home in the other yard. I do like to use some of the native soil that was already in this yard, and then some of the soil that was already around the plant when it was over in my yard, and kind of mix them together so it's just not getting brand new dirt right away. But this should start growing new roots. I'm gonna throw a little bit of the 10-10-10 fertilizer down in there, not much, really doesn't need much, and then just do some watering. All right, this is what the Japanese maple is looking like late in the spring, doing nice and healthy. So when you do want to plant it, just make sure you do not plant it too deep. So you want that root flare to be right at the level of the ground. And then if you do bark like they did, just make sure you don't pile a whole bunch of bark around there. But the tree is looking very happy right now. So thank you. We'll see you later.